Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Inspired and Empowered Living TV show and podcast for a thriving business and life. And we are live on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern on talk4tv.com, w4wn.com, and my YouTube channel. And today we are going to be talking about the new vibration of 2026 and how to step into the next chapter of your life and your business with confidence and intention. So are you ready to live an inspired and empowered life? And what we're going to be talking about is that 2026 actually marks the beginning of a powerful new energetic cycle, a year one invitation to consciously choose how you want to show up in your life and your business. And what we're going to be talking about is why 2026 is a fresh energetic beginning, and how to align with this new beginning, and how to release old emotional patterns and unconscious habits that would shape your future, but really letting go of the old so that you can bring in the new, and learning to embody a new energetic identity. So, are you ready? And I also want to let those of you who are listening live, you know I love your questions, and I look forward to answering all your questions in this new year. Happy New Year, everybody. And I will be finishing a thought, and then I'll get to your questions. So know that when I see your questions coming in, the answers are coming. Okay. So really, I feel so excited about 2026. 2026 is when the clock struck 12, we entered a whole new vibration. So what that means is 2025 was when you add up the numbers, 2 plus 2 plus 6, it equals a 1. 2 and 2, 4, and 6 equals a 10. And then 1 plus 0 is a 1. So 2025 was a 9 vibration. And what happens is that energetically, things run in patterns of energetic cycles. And so we've just finished an energetic cycle of 9 years. And now in 2026, we start a whole new energetic cycle, a whole new chapter for yourself, your life, for your business, for everything that you want to create. That's why I'm so excited about this year and sharing this information with you. And so we're going to be talking about what that energetic vibration of year one means. And of course, I'll get to your questions. You know, I love your questions. So first of all, in a 1 year vibration, in a one cycle. And I also want you to know that this is a universal cycle, and that each of us have personal year cycles. So if you add up your birth date with the year, you will get the energetic cycle, so that when your birthday comes around in 2026, you enter a new cycle. When my birthday comes around in February, I am actually entering a one cycle too. But you could be in a 2 year or 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. So know that each of these cycles are really powerful energetic vibrations to be aware of in your life, to really help and support you in guiding yourself and how to help you to manifest the life, your soul aligned life. And I'm going to be talking a lot about your soul and following the path of your soul. So all of this is very exciting. And okay, and we already, Misty asks, is this numerology? And the answer, Misty, is yes, it is numerology. So yes, this is all the energies of numerology. And I really look, I really believe in astrology and numerology, that they're interesting vibrations and energies to guide us. I don't feel like they can take over our life, but they're fun and they're light, and there's something to look at to support you in moving forward in your life. Mickey asks, how do the numbers add up for individuals? So again, all right, so the number for an individual to know your personal vibration, and this is just your personal year vibration. If you look into numerology, you have a life cycle. I mean, I could talk more about this. We could do a show on this if you're really interested. But for your personal vibration for this, over this next year, you want to take your birth month, your birth date, and you add it to the year. So for example, when my birthday comes, I add it to February, and then my birth date 16, and then the year of 2026. So that means I'm entering this new cycle of vibration of one as well. Like right now, I'm still in a personal vibration of a 9 until my birthday. So that is a guideline of how that works. So hopefully that help support you. And Misty says, yes, please. This has interesting qualities. All right. I'm game. I'm game for doing different things this year. I'm always looking for new ideas for shows. So those of you who are live and those of you who listen, or, you can tag me, you can email me at Nanci. If you go to nancid.me, that will lead to my website where you can email me and contact. So I am open to hear what you have to say. And so what does the year one vibration? So a year one vibration for all of us energetically, this is for all of us together that use 2026, which is most of the world. And those who are entering a one personal vibration, this would also guide you as well. So, first of all, the year one vibration is a powerful energetic reset. It invites new beginnings, a fresh identity, and really focused on conscious creation. And that's what I really want to support all of you this year, is to really create conscious creation. I really want to support all of you in being able to create your inspired and empowered life and business. This is a whole new time. You can tell I'm really excited about it. I am looking forward to sharing how to support you in this year ahead. And this is your opportunity this year of choosing who you are becoming. Rather than repeating where you have been, it's about really coming from a conscious creation, really feeling, who is it I want to be? Who do I want to become in order for me? Because what happens is, in order for you to manifest your creations, one of the beauties is the process of becoming a match to what you want in your life. So if you want more wealth, more abundance, more financial freedom, it's about learning to become that person so that you're a match for that vibration. If you want more health and vitality and aliveness or joy, it's about learning to become the match for that vibration. If whatever it is you want, it's about, and we're going to go deeper into this because I always like to start January with manifesting information as well. So we'll go deeper into that as well. Okay. So, okay. So Anastasia said, is this number stuff hard to follow? Actually, once you understand it and once you know about it, it can be pretty easy. Again, this is about you taking what feels right, using what feels right, and leaving what doesn't. Remember, I really want to support you in starting this new year in a more light and joyful way. So it's finding those things and allowing yourself to lighten and be lighten up, or allowing yourself to lighten your load and really choose, who are you becoming? And it's learning how to shift to really manifest the life you want. It's learning how to shift from the level of survival or overworking and learning how to create with intention and intentional leadership and more self-trust, really coming from that place of trust. It's allowing yourself to initiate a new chapter where you feel more clarity, confidence, and alignment. And you're allowing yourself to really feel that energy. It's about you releasing those outdated roles, the habits, the emotional patterns that no longer fit who you are now and who you are becoming. And it's about having an energy that is support your embodiment over effort. So what I mean by that is that it's about being, when you're in alignment and you're feeling that alignment and you're in embodying your soul, light and love and joy and peace, and really sharing that with yourself, the world, your family, your friends, and being in that alignment, things can be so much easier. Things can flow more easily. It's an invitation. Now is an invitation to slow down, to learn to listen to yourself, learn to listen inward, and to make soul-aligned decisions, which means tuning in to your intuition, what your guidance, your intuition is telling you, what you're feeling, sensing, knowing, hearing. All of those are soul-aligned ways that your soul and the universe and your guides and your angels are giving you information to support you so that you're moving towards those soul-aligned decisions. A vibration that favors authentic expression, grounded confidence, and purposeful direction. And I also want to add to that authenticity, because in this age of AI, you sharing from your heart, you being you allowing yourself to be and express the person you are is so important now, more than ever. It's always been important, but because of AI, we now want real people and real things. I am a real live person, and I want to share with authenticity. And I want to invite you all to do the same. And this is a year where you can lead lead your life and your business with intention, presence, and trust. So this is an exciting time. It's like, like this really is a new chapter in your book of life. So I really want to invite you to take advantage of that and that. And it's really exciting to have this time. And, and the energy of 9 was letting go. And I'm gonna share, because I also find this fascinating. I also like not only the numerology, but the Chinese astrology, not only regular astrology. I go by I love all of this. I like to play with it. I think it's fun. And that's what I want in my life is fun. And I want you and invite you to have that fun too. Is this has been a Chinese astrology time of the year, the snake. So not only were we in a 9 year with 9 letting go and shedding old identities and roles and things that no longer serve us, but that's also the energy of the snake. And then in February, when it becomes the Chinese New Year, that's February 17th, we go into Fire Horse, which to me is going to be like momentum and moving forward. So this is a really exciting time for all of us. And I really want to support all of you in lining up with the energies that your soul is calling you to line up with. If you're listening to the show, whether live or on the podcast or on YouTube at a later time, know this message is for you now. That your soul is saying it's time for me to have that inspired and empowered life and have a thriving life and thriving business. It's your turn. It's for all of us now. And I really believe that if we stay in that alignment and connect with our souls, that you can manifest it. So I'm going to invite you to start thinking about who is it you're becoming. And I have some questions for you. So those of you take journals out, bring journals. I'm going to be like, I'm really going to support you this year in like really on that soul and becoming who you are becoming. So bring journals, bring notes, bring pens and paper, and let's dive in to really support you in making the shifts so that you can create the life you want. And really, this is about letting go of the old coping strategies, the strategies that no longer work, the strategies that you're done, you're done. And know that making that intention, and I want to also support you in remembering that this is a process. This is a process, and it's you moving into this new energy, this new vibration, being in the energetic process of what's unfolding. So in January, we're still letting go. Like letting go of the old, letting go of those old ways of being, letting go of old coping strategies, letting go of survival, so that you can move into what I call thrival, really allowing yourself to be in that thriving place. So, and this is some questions that I have for you to ask yourself. Who have I been trying to be to make things work? Who have I been trying to be to make things work? So really think about that and feel into it. So again, this is about letting go of those old roles, old identities, that which does not serve you anymore, so that you can start envisioning and moving into this new vibration. And I will be doing shows on manifesting again, to help support you in all of this. So keep staying tuned. And then my next question for you is, who am I now being invited to become? Who am I now being invited to become? So if your soul is guiding you to create, to finish a project, to be able to start something new, that may be happening for many of you. Maybe it's starting a new business. Maybe it's starting a book. Maybe it's being able to start a new relationship or a new chapter of the relationship you have with any of the important people in your life. All of that is possible. Or maybe it's a new aspect of your life or a new aspect of your business. So when you are being called, and again, I come from that level of soul, and it's being called on that soul level, that you are being invited by your soul. Who are you meant to become? And allowing yourself to be able to express that with authenticity and love and joy. And that's what your soul wants for you. Okay, so we have some questions. Anastasia asks, does it have to be a fancy thing, or can it be any notebook? Any notebook can work. Anastasia, the most important thing is, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It's going to be your journal, your time for you to do processing or work as we do the show. And if I assign you homework, or if I assign you things to think about or reflect upon, to be able to use that. So it's okay if it's a notebook. I'll tell you, I use 3 subject notebooks. I use 5 subject notebooks for my journals. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Now, some of you might want fancy. Some of you want to maybe get a real pretty notebook. Some of you may want to decorate your journal, your notebook, whatever you want, whatever you're feeling called to, do it. Follow it. Because this is about you following what you're feeling called to follow. So I invite you to do that. So now, what part of what we're doing here and what you've been doing, whether you're really consciously aware of it or not, but now making you consciously aware. And when I talk about conscious awareness, I'm going to do my Psych 101. Your conscious mind is the part of you that consciously chooses and makes a decision from present time and from that awareness. And I really believe that when you're consciously choosing, that you are coming from a place of alignment, the alignment of your body, mind, emotion, spirit, the alignment of your conscious mind and your superconscious mind, which is the higher aspects of your being, your higher self, that wise, unconditionally loving part of you, your soul, that core energy essence of who you are. And it's also about coming into alignment with the universe, your guide, your angels. All of that is your superconscious mind. And when you make a very conscious decision from that place of alignment, where you are really feeling the energy of your soul or the higher aspects of yourself, you feel the energy of what you're being called. And then you have your subconscious mind, or your unconscious, subconscious, unconscious. And that part of you is the part that has recorded every moment that you have been conceived, since the time you were conceived to present time. And it also has recorded your past lives, your ancestors. All of that is in your subconscious mind. So any kind of limiting beliefs or emotions that need to be released usually live in your subconscious mind. And that's why it's really important for you to gain the awareness of what's going on in your subconscious mind so that you can make clear, aligned decisions from your conscious, superconscious mind. So it's clear, conscious, aware decisions. That empowers you. That inspires you. When you come from that place, you are coming from a place of empowerment and inspiration. And when I talk about feeling the calling of your soul, that's inspiration. You're being inspired by your soul. So really, you want to be able to let go of any unprocessed emotions carried forward from past experiences or past years. Okay? Especially like things that are coming up that need to be healed. Remember, this past 9-year cycle has been intense. We've had COVID. I mean, we had a world experience, all of us, every single person, every single country had issues dealing with COVID. So on a world level, we went through, this is all part of this last 9-year cycle. There may be emotions that you need to let go of. And what I support you in asking yourself, and you can write this in your journal or think about it and allow the energy to move so that you can allow yourself to move through to help yourself let go of emotions that need to be let go of and cleared. What emotion or emotions, you can put what emotion or emotions do I need to let go of? What emotion or emotions do I still need to let go of, or do I need to let go of? And to ask and allow, like again, What you want to do is you write the question I'm asking, and then you're going to allow yourself free flow. You're not going to be thinking, because if you're thinking, you're not coming. We want the information from your subconscious mind to come to the surface. So when you allow yourself to be in the flow and let the information and the questions come, you're in the energy of flow so that you can release the energy on the subconscious level, or what's going on in your subconscious mind. So asking yourself, what emotion or emotions do I need to let go of? And see what flows. What flows. And what you want to make sure is that do you need to let go of the anger or fear, guilt, shame, feeling like a burden or feeling burdened? If you're overworking or overgiving, you may feel, if you're feeling angry or resentful, those are all emotions that may need, that do need, not may. I'm going to support you in letting go of those emotions and letting go of fear, or that fear of repeating past mistakes. And I will tell you that the more that you can understand what's underneath the repeating patterns, we can also do a show on that. What if you can understand what's underneath repeating patterns so that you don't continue to repeat them? And also letting go of self-doubt, lack of self-trust, or hesitation. And so over, like, emotional, the way that it may show up for you is overgiving or people pleasing. If you have difficulty receiving support in any way, there's emotional issues that need to be let go of. If you're avoiding yourself being visible or avoiding growth, there's emotions that need to be let go of. Any kind of indecision or procrastination or any of those, like we did the show on the self-sabotaging behaviors, or shows on those self-sabotaging behaviors. So any of those behaviors that continue, you want to let go of what's underneath, what's created that. And I want to remind you that these patterns are not weaknesses, but they're signals for your attention. They're signals for you to pay attention so that you can take and heal. This is about healing. This is about transformation. This is about allowing you to move to a whole nother level of being. And I see Mickey has a question. How do we know if honesty is coming through? Okay, Mickey. So the way that you know, first of all, you're going to allow yourself to express, and you move, and you journal, and you allow that journaling to happen. And then this is about you tuning in, and about you allowing yourself, like if you read over, like what I want you to do is not think about what you wrote, just allow that energy to come through. The more you're thinking, if you're thinking about what you're writing, you're blocking the flow. This is a good invitation for each of you to really notice, are you allowing the energy of flow and the information to flow, or are you blocking it? And if you're blocking it, then You need to do some kind of exercises to calm yourself down. Some of you may need to do exercise. Some of you may need to do breathing. Some of you may not be able to do the writing until you do allow yourself to move your body. So I am going to support you in knowing underneath the mind, in your body, in your heart, in your soul, you know the truth. You know when it's really honest answers coming from you. And again, these answers are coming from your subconscious mind. You don't, I mean, your mind, you may get information from your mind, because if you're obsessing about something, that's part of what's going on. But the deeper level pieces are coming when you allow that energy of flow, when you allow yourself to write and allow that flow to come. So I invite you to tune in and ask, is this coming from the flow, and allowing myself to be honest? Because here's the thing, in order for you to change, you need to be honest with yourself. So thank you, Mickey, for bringing that question, because that's an important question. We can't have change if we're not going to be honest with ourselves. So this is about you tuning in. Am I allowing myself to be really honest with myself? And inviting that honesty. And sometimes, and I'm going to tell you, honesty isn't always easy. Sometimes it's not fun at all. But I will tell you, in order for that deeper change to happen, or the real change, you need to start being honest. So hopefully, like, it's going beneath the mind and the ego, so that you're tuning in and tapping into your soul and tapping into the truth. Am I really being honest? And asking yourself that. And the way that you'll know is if you breathe and allow yourself to ground yourself, breathe and feel your feet and notice your body, notice your breath. And you ask yourself, am I being honest with myself? And if you start noticing a place in your body where there's a heaviness, or your gut is like, no, not really, or there's resistance. Resistance is very common. Resistance to honesty. And you'll feel it in your body. You'll feel it in your body. Your body will let you know. Your body is this amazing tuning fork for you to tap into your truth. And so, if you're not sure, am I being honest with myself? Write it down. Am I being honest with myself? And see what happens. Or or you can ask the question, what do I need to do to be honest with myself? Or how can I be honest with myself? So definitely, I invite all of you to ask those questions so that you're coming from that place of honesty. And you can ask yourself, thinking about like emotions, what emotion keeps resurfacing? What emotions keep, or emotion or emotions, because it could be more than one, keep resurfacing? What emotional patterns do you have? Like, I have clients that have emotional patterns of anger. Everything is anger. They get angry at everything. I have clients that have emotional patterns of grief. and they go into grief easily. Or I have clients that have emotional patterns of fear. So their primary emotion is fear. And so I invite you to look at what emotion or emotions keep resurfacing for you. And then ask. Another question to ask is, what am I still holding on to? What am I still holding on to? So, asking those questions. So, we talked about this new vibration of 2026 and the number one, that it adds up to a number one. And I will get into numerology, but I have certain things that I really want to support all of you in. And I definitely will get to that. Okay. That'll be on my list this year because it's lots of fun. And we could talk about other ones too. But I really want to invite us to have fun this year. So, and then we talked about being able to tap into and to know, like really become in conscious alignment, to know who you're becoming. Who do you want to become? When you're working on manifesting the things you really want on a soul level, you're in the process of becoming the person you need to be in order for that manifestation to take place. So know you're in process. And then it's about asking yourself, what do you need to let go of? What still needs to be let go of in order for you to start this new vibration of one and to really move into alignment with who you really are? And we are going to talk more about that. I want to invite you that I have a meditation, and this meditation, there's a meditation and there's also a PDF. So if you don't like meditations, but you want to read it, you can download either one or both. And you want to go to the inspired and empowered living.com, the name of the TV show, inspired and empowered living.com/meditation. So inspired and empowered living.com/meditation. And that meditation can really help you to manifest and to move towards the things you really want to create this year. So I invite you to download it. And we are going to continue this topic next week because there's more I want to share with you. So we'll have part 2 next week. And join me next week for more inspired and empowered living on w4wn.com, my YouTube channel, and talk4tv.com, and also all the podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Apple, Amazon, and many more. And so I am wishing you an inspired and empowered day and night and week. And I look forward to connecting with you more next week. Have a great one. Bye for now.